Assalamu alaikum, friends. Welcome to my channel, Scary Stories. I hope you are all doing well and happy wherever you are. May Allah keep you blessed and grant you a long, healthy life. May you never have to depend on anyone. For those facing difficulties, may Allah ease their troubles. For those who are ill, may He grant them good health. And for those who have left this world, may Allah forgive their sins and grant them peace. Now let's move on to today's story. My name is Sana, and I was a resident of Faisalabad. But after marriage, my life completely changed. From the very first day of my marriage, it felt as if an evil eye had taken over my happiness. I used to be a cheerful and healthy girl who had never been seriously ill. But after my wedding, I started falling sick constantly. My husband, Zakir, was a kind and caring man. He took me to countless doctors, but every time the results were the same. All your reports are clear. There is nothing wrong with you. But deep down, I knew something was terribly wrong. It all started when I visited my sister-in-law's brother-in-law's house. There I learned that strange things happened in that house. The two daughters-in-law of the house were terrified and often became possessed by something unseen. Hearing this sent chills down my spine, but I tried to ignore it. However, as soon as I returned to my in-laws' house, my health began deteriorating even more. I would get sudden fevers, sometimes during the day, sometimes at night. And then I saw it, that dark shadow. It was standing in the middle of the storage room, tall, black, faceless. My body froze. My voice was stuck in my throat and cold sweat covered my skin. I started reciting every verse of the Quran that I could remember. Summoning all my courage, I tried calling my husband, but his phone was switched off. I called my sister-in-law and she simply said, "Be strong, it's nothing, just your imagination." But I knew it wasn't my imagination. Then one night, I saw, with my own eyes, someone throwing all the kitchen utensils onto the floor. The sound of breaking dishes echoed through the house. My heart pounded in my chest. Later, I learned that my mother-in-law had also suffered from similar experiences. She used to say that 40 jinns were attached to her, but they were Islamic jinns. However, I wasn't so sure anymore. Questions flooded my mind. One night, the weather was stormy. The electricity went out. I was playing a game on my phone when suddenly, someone called my name. "Sana!" At first, I thought it was just my imagination. But then the voice came again, louder this time. "Can't you hear me? I've been calling you for so long." I lifted my gaze and saw a woman standing across from me, wrapped in a black shawl. She gestured for me to come closer. But that house had been abandoned for years. I hesitantly replied, "I'm coming, Auntie." As I took a step forward, a strange feeling crept over me. Something was very wrong. I turned back to grab my phone, and as I did, I saw it. That same dark figure. But this time, it was sitting on my sofa, dressed in pure white, yet its face, hands, and feet were completely black. It had no eyes, no mouth, yet it sat there, motionless. I tried to recite Ayatul Kursi, but my voice wouldn't come out. It was as if something was choking me. I clutched the amulet tied around my neck, and suddenly, the skies opened and it started to rain. I stood there frozen, drenched in the rain for 2 hours until my husband returned. I told him everything. He listened silently, not saying a word. And then came the night that changed everything. In the dead of night, someone violently rattled our bedroom door. My husband peeked through the window. No one was there, but the banging continued. Then suddenly, something grabbed me and started shaking me violently. I trembled uncontrollably, trying to scream, but no sound escaped my lips. My husband flung the door open, but there was no one there, except for a shadow that slowly faded away. The next morning, my husband decided to shift me to the lower floor. A few days later, he left for Saudi Arabia. I went to my mother's house and consulted a religious scholar. What he revealed shook me to my core. "Someone has cast dark magic upon you." I couldn't believe it. Out of jealousy and envy, someone had placed an evil shadow upon me. That was why I was always sick, why I experienced all those terrifying incidents. Today, my health is shattered. I suffer from diabetes, high blood pressure, and repeated miscarriages. My husband has returned from Saudi, but my in-laws are pressuring him to divorce me. But what is my fault? This is not just my story. This is the story of countless women who become victims of black magic, jealousy, and the evil eye. Life may be difficult, but hope should never fade, because after every dark night, a new dawn always rises. May Allah protect us all. Ameen. Goodbye. Stay tuned for the next thrilling story. I'll keep bringing you the best and most exciting tales.